The dockside is packed with engines coming to the docks to collect stuff from the mainland. They love this, and they even love it when the Fat Controller calls them really useful engines. Salty, the new Dockyard diesel, had come to the island of Sodor to work, and the Fat Controller had given him a very special job. Salty puffed cheerfully down the countryside. He always went down the tracks where the sea was. Salty loved the sea, and he knew that the place he was going to would be by the sea. Salty soon arrived.
"Arr, me hearties, Salty is here to help you,"
said Salty cheerfully.
"Welcome to Sodor Quarry,"
said Mavis. Salty looked. Everywhere was rock, rock, rock.
"Quarry?
said Salty.
But there must be some sort of mistake. I'm a Dockyard diesel."
"You're a Quarry diesel now,"
said Mavis.
"Are those trucks?"
asked Salty.
"Yes, they are.
Answered Mavis.
But do be careful. They like to cause trouble."
Bill and Ben, the Quarry engines, heard what Mavis had told Salty.
"He won't last for long here.
Sniggered Bill.
Those trucks will bish and bash him right off the track,"
said Ben. But to the twins' surprise, the trucks gave Salty no trouble at all. They followed all of his orders and didn't try to bash him off the track. Not once.
"Yo ho ho and a bucket of prawns, the ship flows along the sea. And the captain yawns,"
sang the trucks. They were having a lovely time, but Bill and Ben weren't. That evening, Bill, Ben and Mavis were resting in their shed when Salty came towards them.
"Here comes Mr. Show-Off,"
said Bill and Ben. But as Salty came towards the shed, he came to a stop. Mavis was right about Salty. Salty looked very upset. He didn't come anywhere near the shed. Mavis went over.
"I thought I might catch a bit of sea breeze,"
said Salty.
"You really do miss the sea, don't you?"
asked Mavis.
"Aye,"
said Salty sadly.
"I do."
Then he told Mavis some of his stories about the sea. The next morning, Salty told Bill and Ben his secret.
"How I make the trucks not misbehave is I make up a little song with a rhyme in it. Why don't you ever go? It might work."
So Bill and Ben had a go at it.
"Here we go, here we go, here we go. No we don't, no we don't, no we don't."
Bill and Ben tried and tried, but they couldn't do it better than Salty. Salty pushed all the trucks into their right sidings, and soon the job was done. A few days later, the Fat Controller came to the quarry. He saw that all the trucks were in their right sidings. Everything was finished.
"Well done,"
said the Fat Controller.
"We couldn't have done it without Salty, sir,"
said Mavis.
"Well done, Salty,"
boomed the Fat Controller.
"Now, I have another special job for you.
Oh, please, sir.
said Salty.
Not another quarry.
Quarry?
said the Fat Controller.
I want you to work at the docks.
Salty was so happy.
Oh, thank you, sir.
He said,
You know what? This reminds me of a story of a young engine who sailed out to sea.
and Salty was happily telling stories again. Now Salty is as happy as can be. He works down at the dockside and he can smell the fresh smell of the sea. He loves it there, and he always will.